collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus. Children of Primus.
And welcome. Frenzy Freestyle Sunday, as we are recording in front of a live YouTube audience. And how are you guys doing?
Mr. Magnus is doing his thing.
Oh boy. Wait, let's zoom in on Mr. Magnus. Ooh, okay. Well, that's a display.
3 sides of that, like that.
Nice. And we'll zoom into Sedum Bach Art's display, as he's getting early for Halloween.
I like watermelons and
It's
pumpkins.
never early
Reminds
for
me of
Halloween.
Legend of Mana, which was a sequel to, well, 2 games after Secret of Mana on Super Nintendo. So, and they had these weird combinations of like fruits and vegetables, or fruits and animals, vegetables and animals. So this watermelon pumpkin reminded me of that.
Okay.
Then,
and
because I got Shinta, I might paint his little white face markings on it.
if the cabinets were 1 inch taller, or if Unicron was 1 inch taller, that spike is actually touching the ceiling.
That is crazy. And to catch up on the comments, James Coleman, welcome James. First in the comments, as you were first at TFCon, I remember. Hello guys, got Studio Series 86 Perceptor, Ramhorn, Ratback 3-pack, and also lucky to find Age of the Primes Megatronus the Fallen. And Mario, welcome again. Says, hi guys, it's been weeks since you've uploaded anything on your YouTube channel, and it was summer, so it was different events, different things going on, and I figured instead of like us being on, then off, we just all take a break and come back as our back to school. And Toy War Vintage Review says, ooh, nice cases to Mr. Magnus. And James also says, nice display, Mr. Magnus.
Ooh, shiny.
Thank you.
It's my cat cleaning herself in the corner.
In front of a
That's
live
right.
YouTube audience.
That's right, Capricorn.
Hey,
We'll put you out on
got
the internet.
fuzzies. Yeah, I've been cleaning as I've put stuff in. Did you see the new
water
box?
with me? Oh,
Fair?
that's lovely. I got all your masterpieces and masterpiece-like stuff in there, eh?
Yeah, everything in the front case is masterpiece, and then all the boxed 86 are in the case to the left, and the other side's going to be all the open stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the two
Like
closest to your back, your back side of your chair, that kind of the beigey color. The ones with the Unicron, and then the next one behind it. Those are new cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of these. Where's my finger at? Right there. There's 3 of them.
Holy 3.
You're only seeing the corner of 2, and then there's another one on the back side.
Oh,
It makes
okay,
a U. It makes a U shape like this.
Oh, okay.
I see what it's doing. Yeah, I was reading it as like 1, 2, and then the other shit.
And Mario
This is that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Magnus.
This is the cabinets that I picked up off of Marketplace for 125 a few weeks ago, and man, did they need to be cleaned.
Hint.
Oh, and for everybody who is in the comments, there will be another reveal in TelaTraan 2 as I put the primer coat on my helmet today.
Oh,
Ooh.
ooh,
Yeah, she's done. She's done. She's just got to be rubbed out and put the color to it. But she's primered out in the garage right now.
nice. And I think we'll have a bunch of reveals for TelaTraan too. And Mario says, "Isn't it crazy how Halloween is a month, and when I go to the store, I've seen decorations and that other stuff, and certain stores over the years have really been pushing it. Where I think even before back to school, the Halloween stuff's coming up, and before Halloween, before they, that Halloween day actually happens, the Christmas stuff starts coming in, and by Christmas, Valentine stuff starts coming in. So it's like they're just really pushing everything on the public.
I, I'm of the opinion that Christmas can wait, but it's never too early for Halloween stuff to start showing up places.
It is true.
You can put
But
that stuff
I
out in
saw a thing
August
on
for all I care.
I saw a thing on Etsy. It said for the people who just love Christmas too much, it said go ahead and put your tree up now and put this on it. And it was a sheet with lights that said Happy Halloween, and it looks like a ghost
I saw.
sitting in their living room.
And to be
Hey,
honest,
that'd do it.
one year after Christmas, it was just being lazy, and the tree was up like well past, like weeks past Christmas. Kept it up, decorated it red, turned it into a Valentine tree. Kept it up, turned it into like I think a St. Patrick's tree, and then a spring tree. Just
I have a
used
friend
like
of mine
that
that
till
does
May.
that.
Yeah,
I have a friend of mine that their tree stays up year round, and they just change it for each of the following big holidays.
that's cool.
Ours is we put our tree up on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay,
Smart.
Okay, so but that's when we do ours, and then it comes down New Year's Eve.
cool.
Just part of the festivities.
Hmm.
Yep, yep, because everybody's usually here for all the parties and stuff that we have. We have our big the family get together for Thanksgiving. So the kids are usually here. We're always off. We put the big tent up for the wedding this month. 2 weeks actually, 2 weeks from yesterday. Uh, that's that's an undertaking. Let me take you what. It was we got all the pieces out for it. It's or 30, yeah, 20 by 30.
Ooh, okay.
And when we got all the pieces out, and I was sitting there looking at it, and I'm looking at the instruction booklet. Like I had to figure out which pole goes where, and it you could put it together with 3 people
Okay.
easily. Easily, it's lightweight, and the way that it goes together. Once we did it and got going, it's like, oh, well, this is pretty simple. Oh, well, this is pretty simple. And then when you start putting all the stuff on it, you're like, wow, holy smokes! I understand why to rent this thing it's $300 more than what you could buy the damn thing, because it took 4 hours.
Hmm.
It took 4 guys 4 hours to put this thing up, and then we not modified it, but we improved the fasteners today as we took them down, because they were the old crappy Japanese metric nuts and bolts. Half of them were rusted coming out of the package.
Wow.
So we replaced all that with hardened bolts and made it to where most of the bolts can stay in bolted, and then made them a 3/8 inch bigger and put
Okay.
wing nuts on them, so
Okay.
that we can just take the wing nuts off, snap the next piece on, wing nut back on, and then those bolts can stay in it as you take it up and down,
Right. Right.
just to
Where,
kind of speed it up a little bit if you can.
Sadam, where are you getting those trailers for those Optimus Blunkies? Do they come in blind packs too?
Yeah, this just let me get one of them off. I just do it easy, get the little handles off.
Maybe
It's
get one.
basically just trailer, but you have what's the little drone
Oh,
attached to
roller.
the hitch. Then you move. I got the handles in his hand, but yeah, the
Oh, okay.
Optimus and Defenders one comes with the Optimus little scooter, and then what is his name? Scattered Glasses. Trying to check. Yeah, scattered. Is Defender's tree.
I was gonna say I got one of those here, which is the first time I've had one, so I could pop it open and see what's in it eventually.
I haven't even
In
seen
fact,
those
maybe I can
yet.
do that now.
Yeah, I was just able to get them both Defenders 1 and tree in the full box. So
Yeah.
I got the urine and gold Megatron. Unfortunately,
I got a
why they
story
did
too.
that, I don't know. I
Partially
guess it's
composed.
incentive for you to try to get sound waves and see they share. You know how they share the feet and the hands and the thighs, so you can actually have one of them look normal.
These ones come with coins apparently. So let's see what's in here.
That's what Defenders 1 it looked like.
Yeah, Defenders 1.
As we're doing that, Mario says, also speaking of Target, did you know that they're doing their Geek Out event through August 29th through October 3rd?
Don't know what that is, and also we don't have targets here. This is really funny. One of the first bulkies that I opened was Thundercracker. In fact, I think it was the very first. This one is also Thundercracker, just in this new smaller size. In
Okay,
fact, let me go find the original. I'll build him and then I'll grab the original up there so I can compare. Because this is a whole different scale of figure.
cool.
Just aim this here. And we'll continue chatting.
So, whoops. So I know we're gonna have a bunch of reveals. Maybe I'll show some for this stream and then save the rest for
Yeah.
the other stream because I
I
actually
honestly didn't
found
know.
a
I just wanted to build my
G1
guy.
lot and also found another kind of Beast Wars type of character in a dollar store, and then found some dollar store Constructicons.
Oh.
What's crazy is they had 5 out of the 6, so I'm like, now I'm gonna have to figure out the name of these toys and where and who may possibly sell that 6th one that's missing.
I had an interesting dollar store sighting. Let me just go grab something real quick. Yeah. For some reason, dollar stores around Ontario are selling, I guess, very old stock of the Bumblebee movie Speed Series minifigures, and it's just this guy and the Optimus. Let me just pop you up here. I already had one, so I don't need another one. But it's the little legend size figure that changes into a properly licensed VW. It's movie Bumblebee. It's literally the same size as the G1 toy, so it's a pretty nifty little thing. And they're just all over dollar stores in the area right now.
Okay.
I don't know why, but honestly, if you see one, it's a good pickup. Changes into a proper VW and everything.
Dollar stores tend to be random like that.
Yeah, this must be like old stock. All right, back to building this guy. I just gotta get my camera steady. There
Well,
we go.
we've got something for you to look at too, Anthony. I
Mhm.
just sent you the link, Spin.
Yep. And let me get it up on the screen.
So Dreamstar Toys is coming out with another Devastator, and this is a great big one, like that one that Freakenstein had of the Superion.
Mhm.
These things are massive. But Hook transforms into two different things. He turns into the body, or he can be a leg.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
I'm
that's
thinking that
interesting.
these guys have different places that they can be.
Yeah, it sounds like they're doing a full-on Scramble
And
City
he
type
also
beat.
comes with a Megatron torso.
The torso.
Yep,
Oh,
see, there it is.
right. Well, what would the story be behind that?
I don't know. It shows him
Well,
mounted to Hook in vehicle form in one of the lower pictures.
yeah, I'm honestly
Yeah,
not
these
certain.
things
I
look
can't.
really, really good, both forms. But at $110 a piece, you're looking at 670 for the set, American. I don't know if I'm going to bite on this one or not. It all depends on how crazy we get in Hawaii.
Mm. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
look at the size of that
Oh,
screen.
Yeah, I like what they did with Hook.
And it shows, yeah, right there, it shows him holding a bumblebee in the air.
I think that's
So it's got some resistance.
Nice.
just trying to identify what bumblebee that is, but I'm not even sure. Wonder what size
See
those
if it.
pegs are.
While he's scrolling through
5.
those, let me see if it would happen to say which one it is.
Let's go back up and
I like that they just have like advanced reviews as a full part of the ecosystem on this page of sales.
mm-hmm.
Well, at least I mean it would make people feel more secure, especially if with it being third party. So
It's whichever third party the bumblebee is called Beetle.
Yeah, I was going to ask what bumblebee that was, which I don't recognize. I mean, it's obviously
Probably
up
their
to
own. It may
VW design.
it may be a Dreamstar make one called Beetle. I tried
It's
watching a couple of these videos. They're not in English, so don't even waste your time. But I
Well,
like the way that Hook's mast turns into a scythe. And so usually it's just like a club, like the gym bow, just
mhm.
turned into a club, just a big beaten stick. And this actually has a blade on it, so he's like a reaper.
it's a
But yeah, there's a.
fascinating way
If
to add
did you
some
get down to that
smell.
picture where Megatron was sitting on him?
Yes, let's go back. It was, I think, like the second picture.
No, if you
Oh,
go on down, he's actually mounted to him in vehicle form.
okay. Let's go down. Let's
It's way down towards the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know what the
And
story there
you'll
is with
also
that.
see the picture of him as a foot, way down towards the bottom.
Okay, here's some other better pictures. Let's zoom in on that.
There's a specific. Oh, I like that he can carry his crane separately. Like, yeah, there's the scythe.
Mm-hmm.
Like battle axe or something. So there's a picture of him with Scrapper.
Hmm. Lovely.
oh, do any of you guys know if RJ's was in the comments yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not
You
yet.
can
It's
see him
just
on.
Mario, Toy Warp, and James.
You see these. You see people on the corner there, so that's how you can
Yeah, I know. I
tell if
told
they're
him
in
I
or
was
not.
I
See,
was going
there's
to
the
get those
torso. There he is as the torso.
Thundercat
Yeah,
Motu.
that's interesting because that is the Prowl Devastator head, right? But that's not. But he comes with a Megatron instead of a Prowl,
Oh,
right?
okay.
But I kind of wonder because I mean the design isn't IDW, but like that
But
whole
here he is as a foot.
Interesting.
yeah during the big Dark Cybertron crossover event in IDW where a lot of this stuff happened. Megatron got like he got split in half, so he was just an upper torso being hauled around by other characters.
Okay.
So I wonder if this is because they're already doing the Prowl head, right? I wonder if it's a reference to that.
Well, it says that he comes with police lights.
Hmm.
So I guess that's what this is.
Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, they're already doing the Prowl Devastator head, so maybe they're doing the Megatron that is just a torso from Dark Cybertron. That was not his design at all, but like that's what that would happen at that point. Uh,
Yeah, there
Shockwave
are
was
a
the main.
bunch of pictures, but wait till you get down here towards the bottom.
Yeah, they got a lot of pictures.
Yeah, there's a picture of him mounted to Hook in vehicle mode.
Mighty God. Yeah, there's just there's the Prowl horns.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Devastator, what was it? I know the Bloki's US site. They got what is it? The
The
Devastator
skeleton frame.
parts. And this is
Yeah.
$5. Of course, you got to pay the shipping, but I might do that here in the next week or two since I got all
It
the
is.
Constructicons now.
Go back up. We passed it. It kind of blended in. I think we were. Uh, more bedazzled by the fact that he's a foot. It's right above the picture where he's a foot.
I guess we just confirmed that we all have foot fetishes.
Ah. Ah.
There we go.
There's his torso.
Just the torso picture.
Yeah,
Now
like
keep
that.
going up. Keep going up.
He's like, I haven't got any legs.
Take my inhaler. Ooh.
That is weird. Where they hide? It's got to be there somewhere.
If you keep going up, you're almost there.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. You must find it.
Must find it. Just search for Megatron. Okay, let's see.
The foot should be the next picture. Okay, go up one more.
Okay, there's the foot again.
Oh no, there's so many pictures on here. I don't know if you're in the same line that I'm
Right.
in. There's like 50 freaking pictures on this thing.
There are a lot of pictures. I think a lot of them are repeats too. You know what? I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom and start from there.
Hmm.
There we go. Prototypes.
Oh yeah, they're starting there with the grayscale art.
Mm-hmm.
There's different color combinations. Lighter green and orange. I like the green and purple. I think it's sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Almost done.
This is funny. Wait, oh no, that's half of him again. This is funny. It's
Wow.
like his
I'm stuck in a
picture
holding
doesn't-
pattern because I'm just trying to get this guy's elbow in place.
And, okay, yeah, didn't see these pictures before. Yeah, there are a lot of pictures of this figure.
Mm-hmm. We want to make
Each
sure
one of
every
them
angle
has
is covered.
one of them has a bunch of pictures like this on it.
Wow.
Come on, come on, come on. Ah, there we go.
It splits.
There we go. That's
There it is, right there.
There we go. Picture 638.
Jesus Christ.
That's an intro. You know what? I could see. Yeah, that's just gonna go a whole different direction in some groups.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the I'll save it for TelaTraan too.
Yep.
I had to physically grab my tongue.
So that's it's a Thundercracker finished over here. A really fast build because these guys are small ones. It's a little bit blurry, but I have the regular Loki's Thundercracker right over here. So let me just
Oh, wow.
hold it out a
Jet
little
cell
bit.
somewhere.
Give you an idea of how much smaller these guys are. So these are Galaxy Defenders, and they're just even smaller model kits that are just like slightly stylized compared to the normal realistic Galaxy Edition ones. Here's my little Bumblebee for scale. This is G1 Bumblebee's size, so it should give you an idea of how tiny these guys are. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me just get a mini bot out here. Oh, here's my beloved hubcap in his
Your
robot mode.
child.
Yeah,
Your plastic child.
just to do a quick little scale photo.
Ooh.
He is smaller than a mini bot, a lot smaller than a regular blokey, and he has all the same joints. He's got knees, elbows, wrists, waist, a head, very nicely articulated for a little guy. So that's what you get in one of these little miniature blokey sets. And you saw that it took me pretty much no time to build.
Here goes his little jet self.
Oh yeah, I guess they do sell a jet mode one separately, eh?
So, yeah, idea.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting because these guys don't transform, but they sell separate model kits of the vehicle modes of some of these guys. So like in this set here, I could have pulled out jet mode Thundercracker or truck mode Optimus or uh, scavenger in vehicle mode on top of all the robots that were in the set.
Talk about making a double profit on the same character.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is, and this is a long running thing. Official third parties, like the guys that are actually have the Transformers license, uh, they're not allowed to make things that transform because Hashtag wants that for themselves. So if they want the license, the figures are not allowed to convert. So Loki's can make model kits and be separate guys. Uh, my review that's coming up is of an MLDX figure, which is just a hot rod that doesn't transform because it's made by a different company. So they can make action figures, they can make model kits, they can't make transforming robots. Only the unofficial guys do that because they already don't care about copyright. So they're like, what are they going to do? Sue us twice?
Yep. No, Mario was asking about a comment, or he kind of pointed out a comment that he mentioned, and he said, also, I've wondered if you guys heard a rumor that Hasbro apparently won't be doing PulseCon this year because apparently they'll be doing their reveals at official convention, and it's puzzling.
Well, that's more than a rumor. That's like people heard that. Apparently, the scoop actually came from a Fan Expo, Canada's convention there. They were talking to Hasbro reps over there. What it is it's sort of a return to normal because people kind of forget in the olden, like pre-pandemic days, that's how they used to do reveals. The panels would always be at like San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con, something over in the UK. You're obscured by a menu spin, and you look like a JRPG.
I am
Um,
upset by a menu. My camera is doing its own thing tonight.
yeah. But yeah, that's how they used to do it. And then the pandemic happened and they started doing these fan streams and they started calling it like PulseCon and making it into a big thing. Now they're like, we don't need to do that anymore. We're going to go back to how we did things a few years ago and just do panels at conventions. So, puzzling in the sense
Give me
that
the
I
wide
enjoyed.
view there, Spin. These are the champagne glasses for the wedding.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Did you, are those like, did you make those yourself? Did you get somebody to make them for you?
These are actual automobile vinyl decals.
Oh, interesting. So the answer is you
They're permanent.
sort of made them yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
think they
it's
turned
not.
out well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as I know, it's not a rumor. PulseCon just seems to not be happening. They're just gonna do a bunch of convention reveals around the same time. Hello, Dustin.
Hey, that's my boy right there. That's one of my magic guys.
Nice.
Oh, one of your magic guys. I was gonna say he looks like he's already dressed for the wedding.
Hello, trading card game player, sir. I assume.
It's like I put this suit on and I'm just not taking it off until it's time.
Welcome, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in.
And Torweb says auto decals means they are dishwasher safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? While we're here, let me ask you those wonderful, wonderful Children of Primus mugs that we have.
Correct.
Are they dishwasher safe? Do you know that?
I believe they are. I know I did look that up before getting them printed.
All right, that is good to know. Let me get one to show our public. In fact, it's in the drying rack because I wasn't sure if they were dishwasher safe or not. So I just washed them. Here they are. Real nice. They got the logo and everything. They hold coffee efficiently, which is what you want out of a mug. And they're
Must be
good to
nice to
use in
have
the
Children of
dishwasher.
Primus merchandise.
Mhm.
It's coming. It is coming.
Shirts, mugs, keychains, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, these were just handed off to me in person last convention, so that's where we're at.
I just give you a rise. I'll pick them up next year when I'm at the convention.
Oh, you'll get some before that. It's I'm working on it.
We're working on it. Things are in motion.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to get with Anthony sometime. It probably not going to happen before the wedding. We've got too much stuff going on in the next 2 weeks.
Mhm.
But that big load of Transformers that I got as when I bought that collection, I'm going to share the wealth, and everybody's going to get some of those.
Mhm.
So
Cool stuff.
yeah, I will be mailing some stuff out to everyone.
Spin should get the Jazz because he doesn't have a Jazz, and Jazz is your favorite. There's a Studio Series 86 Jazz in there. You should get that one.
Nice. That,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
when you showed what some of that stuff you had in it. Which week was that?
It was the last stream that we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to
So
look
Because
it up.
I
on
know because I
Facebook, it'll be the
rewound it
one
and looked
before this
through
one.
it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of stuff I had. Because then you had a mix of like new and old stuff.
Yeah, it was the new stuff that was most interesting.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think most of the Power of
yeah.
the Prime
Set up.
Wave
I'm gonna
one I
send
got
you
except for
this.
the
I'm gonna send
blue.
you this brick. This brick.
I mean, like,
I'm
here's
gonna
the
keep.
thing.
I'm gonna keep this, and I'm gonna put him in this cabinet beside something expensive, just so that people will go, "Ooh, what is that?" Yeah, let me show you what that is. That's got like 45 cents worth of plastic in it.
That's excellent.
It is completely hollow. I mean, look at,
It is half a robot.
Yeah.
but it's been sitting here on my desk, ever since I've done that. And every time I'm sitting here messing with stuff, I pick it up and I mess with it, and it's kind of grown on me like a fungus.
I
I
know
got
I'm
it's
like
like
fond
I
of
hate
those.
it. I hate it, but I love it.
I'm half
You
a
know how the
robot. I
movie,
used
the
to be.
Rise of the Beast, had the
Yeah.
figures where you put the helmet slash breastplate animal to make the
Yeah.
armor. So I got the Optimus with the alligator. The Primal was no Primal had the alligator. Optimus had the white lion. That's not Lio Convoy, and then I got the Scourge with the Scorponok. Because the other ones are just variations of the cat, the carnivora. So of the lion that comes with Optimus
Hmm.
in terms of the animal buddies, and I actually like those quite a bit, especially if you
It,
mix and match them.
there's really a thing though. There's a lot of figures that I have and have reviewed where they're not good, but I like them because they're fascinatingly bad. You know?
That's the way this one is.
Yeah.
It's just awful. It's absolutely awful.
You know, there are movies like that where it's like they're so terrible, but you can't turn it off. Like you have to watch it from beginning
Yeah,
to
it's a train wreck.
Several of them
It's an
have
absolute
Transformers in
train
the
wreck.
title.
end. Mhm. No, what's not a train wreck? Mario's saying also this upcoming Wednesday is issue 24 of Transformers Skybound, and I'm still enjoying it after the excitement of issue
Let me
23.
let me tell you, I caught up on all of that. I wanted during these weeks I was at the cottage and I was straight up like, here's my long box. I'm taking my whole long box with me to that to the cottage. Read
Nice.
all of Void Rivals, all of Transformers, all of the GI Joe stuff. unless anything's come out in the last couple weeks since then, which maybe. I'm 100% caught up on the Energon universe, and I read it and I'm like, oh man, I only goes up to 23. Next issue is the grand finale. Everything's like teed up,
Ooh.
and it's funny because it the thing that they're selling, it literally is just Optimus versus Megatron, which we've seen 10 million times, but
Mhm.
it took them 23 issues to get there, and all this other stuff happened in the interim that it really feels earned, and the stakes are really high, and a lot of things are happening. So I'm just like, let's see how you finish this off.
You know what? That's a comic book style writing versus Hollywood
Mhm,
style writing. Build up just multiple stories surrounding the main story, and just
mhm.
keep building, but hopefully, unlike the MCU, hopefully when they get to that high point, everything afterwards is just like the MCU now is just kind of like, ah, like you guys are kind
Yeah,
of, you hit the high point, you're done. So hopefully Skybound doesn't end up running that direction.
yeah. Well, the good thing about the way comics work is it's like issue 24, it's the end of Daniel Warren Johnson's run. He's like, I've told my story, I'm closing it out,
Right.
over to you. So, issue 25, Robert Kirkman is going to be taking over and telling his own story. Same universe, but it's very much like a clean break and a fresh start. He's like, okay, well, now here's my story with these characters.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they're not trying to
I
keep
can
it.
I can
Yeah,
trust him doing that, Robert Kirkman, because I mean I'm familiar with both the Walking Dead comics and the show,
yeah,
but especially the comic. I mean, he does a good job at
yeah.
differentiating like the shades of gray to black and even the white moments of morality for I'm trying to remember the big tree, the governor, Negan, and Alpha.
Yeah, let me tell you what he's already writing Void Rivals though, right? So Robert Kirkman's already
Yep.
doing a Transformers book. Let me tell you about Void Rivals because I was just like sitting out at the cottage reading some of this. Void Rivals is insane these days. You remember like one of the earliest reveals of weird cameos because all these Sunbow guys just show up, right? Uh, you remember the Skuxoid? How he was in like the second issue. The Skuxoid is now one of the main characters. He's the guy in the corner of the comic cover, where they usually put like one of the main guys.
Right.
The freaking Skuxoid from 2 episodes of season 3 of the original cartoon is a main character in Void Rivals, and there's an army of them now. It got revealed. There's an army of Skuxoids. And they have letters in the back of these, and somebody asked Robert Kirkman about it. He wrote in the letter, honestly, Skuxoid was only supposed to be in that one issue, but I just had so much fun writing him that I just kept finding ways to bring him back into the story, and now he's just one of the leads because I'm having too much fun writing him.
you know what?
So
And then there's shows and series and comics exactly that, where it's like, you bring in like this one guest character, and all of a sudden like that character ends up running like the entire series after, because like everyone just loves that, what they did with that character.
yeah, I'm gonna try and find a photo of because I remember I took a screenshot and shared it in a Discord group because I was like, guys, what the hell of the Skuxoid army. Um, it's a reveal, but I think it's important that they show people what they're in for.
Mario was saying the MCU now is so bloated with every stuff they put out, and I kind of agree with that.
Well, I have a pretty straightforward thing about that, and it's that they wrote a very good ending, which was the Avengers Endgame, and they
Yeah.
should have probably just packed it in there. It started being mediocre when they decided we can't end it here. We have to keep it going. And I was like, guys, you landed the plane. It's like they safely landed the plane,
Mhm.
but they just keep driving down the runway even though they already landed it. That's a big metaphor.
Funny you say that. It reminds me of one of the Fast and Furious movies. I think from probably six, 7 years ago, when they were showing how they recorded that one scene. I think they're like chasing the plane, and the car is chasing the plane, and literally like the plane and the car is going at walking speed. Because when you're in the theater, you know within the excitement at a certain point, you're like, well, wait a second, they've been like fighting in this scene for at least like 5-10 minutes. No runway takes that long, like a few seconds, and you're either in the air or you've crashed somewhere.
Now, the plane did
I
not get
remember
up to
hearing about
speed.
that. There we go. I just sent it to the new chat. a panel from one of the more recent issues of Void Rivals.
All right, let me go get that. Um, Although the one thing is, actually, just the other day I started watching a Falcon and a Winter Soldier again, and I
Yeah.
think they did really well on their TV series compared to their movies after.
Yeah.
Because I think Falcon and Winter Soldier, not a lot of people liked it, but I think the writing and what was in it, they really they put that series together well. Um, and then WandaVision was also well, but then
Yeah.
Loki was like, exceptional.
I mean, here's what it is with me. I've watched maybe 1/3 of what they've put out since Avengers Endgame,
Yep.
and I have actually liked everything I've watched, or at least I thought it was like this is fine. I just don't find myself interested now that the story is done. Every
Yes.
one of these things is still like at least competently put together.
Yes.
Um, the one exception is Spider-Man. I loved they did Spider-Man No Way Home where they crossed everything over. That was an excellent thing. And that
Uh,
was out after Avengers Endgame.
yes. Okay.
Uh, and they're doing another Tom Holland Spider-Man soonish. It's called Brand New Day.
Right.
And we know that the Punisher from the Punisher show is going to be there too with him in that movie.
Okay.
Uh, I don't really know the plot because I don't really keep track. I'm just like, all right, I'm interested. I'll show up for another one.
I mean,
I'm
like,
glad to see that that he'll be popping up movie wise in a Spider-Man film, since comic wise that's how he originally popped up.
Yeah, it's really funny because the thing about and I thought the last Marvel movie I saw was Thunderbolts, and I always think the same thing. Stuff keeps happening in New York. It's always New York, and every time they go to New York and stuff happens and Spider-Man isn't there, I'm like, "Where's Spider-Man during this crisis?"
yes.
There's a part where there's just some debris falling, and I'm like, "That's the classic moment. That's what he's here for."
Hmm.
They need to stop setting these things in New York, man, because it just raises too many questions. I have this. They're not going to do this, but if they did, I would love it. I had this theory where I'm like, he was in a bad state at the end of the last movie because nobody remembers him and he has no resources or money or anything.
Right.
So they should start the next movie with a montage about why he missed every New York crisis between that movie and this one. He just keeps accidentally missing them.
That would be funny.
He was in Europe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, nah, he was in Europe 2 movies ago.
But at the same time, it's the same time.
Well, funny that kind of ties in with how he was in the comics, because I think that was a joke like back in the day where Peter Parker led like 6 different lives because there was like
Yeah.
6 different comic books of him all simultaneously happening, but yet none of them were connected, I believe.
I mean, that would be my actual pitch. Just be like, I missed the Thunderbolts thing with the big black void because I was late on my rent and I needed to get across town to do something related to that. And then by the time I got there, the whole crisis had sorted itself out. That's what I
Yeah,
would actually pitch
that's it.
because that's
So
how Peter Parker is. There
something
we
he
go.
used to
The
do with
army
the
of
Spider.
Skuxoid Alpha. You have a very old Skuxoid with a beard leading an army of Skuxoids behind him. I,
Oh,
I turned to this page and I was like, oh my god, this is. I mean, this is the second best Transformers comic ever because the main one is currently better. But I'm like, this is Robert Kirkman just throwing whatever he wants against the wall.
like who knew? Who knew from back then? Like in the future, a Skuckzoid would end up
Yeah.
being like a main character.
And you remember, like, I'm not going to spoil too many other things because, like, I firmly believe people should read this because it's so good.
Mhm.
Uh, you know how the running joke with the Skuxoid in the cartoon was like he has a wife and kids to feed. That's why
Yes.
he keeps saying that. That's a thing here with this guy,
Nice.
and there's a lot of stuff about it that comes out. It's kind of a lot happens, but yeah, his whole mantra of him having a wife and kids to feed. They go places with that.
Nice. Now, Toy Warp is saying to my comic, someone in aviation figured out the runway would have had been 8 miles long.
Yeah. Like, I have not seen this movie, but I have heard tell of this ridiculous sequence, so
Yeah.
its reputation extends really far.
I mean, honestly, the last few, I feel like you're not missing anything. The first few of this series were cool and stuff, but the last few, it's just like, yeah, we're defying physics, and it's just not believable. Even though we
Yeah.
love sci-fi movies, but there's a limit.
They, I, I heard they went to space at one point,
Yes,
and the thing, and I made this joke years ago, and I'm like, the second Power Rangers movie was themed around cars. They all got car themed bots, and then they all drove cars that could combine into their big robot. They should just do that for the next Fast and the Furious. Just remake Power Rangers Turbo. Just give them the suits, give them the cars, have them form the big robot. Is there five of them? Vin Diesel, The Rock, John Cena, Michelle Rodriguez,
Tyrese,
yeah, Tyrese,
Ludacris,
Chris.
and the one
There's
guy,
usually
the one guy who
these,
died and mysteriously came back.
yeah. So you got to pick like five or six of them, but yeah, they got enough there to make a team. That'll work.
You know what's gonna happen? That will extremely upset the Voltron crowd, like the vehicle Voltron. They'll be super upset and be like, Fast and Furious can't do this. How come they're doing it before Voltron did it?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say they should be mad at Power Rangers Turbo, but nobody really liked that show, so I think enough people were mad at it already.
No, Mario says, also, I love the scene from issue 23 of Transformers Skybound of Ultra Magnus now facing his fears after being tortured by Shockwave for centuries. Now he's leading the Autobots to fight for Optimus.
Yeah, that's the thing. Ultra Magnus's story in these comics is that he has PTSD because he was a prisoner of war for a long time, and he's got to, figure out a way out of it to, be a defender again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He can't deal with that right now.
Literally, that's the point. Is he has to learn how to deal with it right now. That's his plot in Skybound.
And TF Marauders, welcome TF Marauders. How's it going? He says, "What up, gents?"
We're just discussing Skybound stuff now that the final issue's coming out like next week, I guess. Well, the final issue of this run.
Have y'all seen the new dramatic capture series?
Skywarp and the
four-pack.
Insecticons. Yeah,
Skywarp and the Insecticons, and he comes with half of the
Centurion stuff. Yeah.
yeah, he comes with all the stuff that I said should have been in the one with Impactor, or with
Mhm.
Impactor, with God bless.
Thundercracker,
Yeah, with Thundercracker and the camera.
the guy I just built. Yeah. So they'll probably do an Autobot set that comes with the other half, I figure. Because
Yeah,
the
this
rest
one
of it
comes
was like,
with a Megatron, a Shockwave, Reflector, and Soundwave that they can all hold.
yeah, and because they have that insane Takara collector paint budget, they're all colored now instead of being mostly cast in solid gray.
Yeah, I had to paint mine. They
Yeah,
came in the Centurion drone.
yeah. This is the thing. If like so much of this stuff is things that most collectors already have, including myself. But it's like if you hadn't been collecting these boxes are like the best versions of each of these figures. And it's kind of funny because it's sort of like a victory lap because so many of the things in these boxes are getting redos or have gotten redos. Like there's a set with Megatron. They just did the new Studio Series 86 one instead. There's a set with Earthrise Optimus. They did the Studio Series Optimus. This box with Thundercracker and the cameras. They're doing a new Thundercracker in the Studio Series, and it's a new tooling. It's not the Earthrise one. So these boxes are just like a victory lap for the previous set of guys before they get all the new ones out.
Cool. No, no, the other set of Bach arts says in the 90s, something they did with multiple Spider Man comics was one gangster crime like Kingpin and Rose, one classic supervillains, one new villains, and one a lot of personal life and crossover.
Oh, that's really interesting. So I wasn't really. I know early Spider-Man and I know modern Spider-Man because I follow the Ultimate stuff. Like I'm that era is a bit of a mystery to me. I just know that they had like a million different titles kind of happening.
Mm,
And then something else they did during the '90s after the Clone Saga, and Pete and Ben Riley were trying to they had came under a lot of flour or kind of deflect the is there more than one Spider-Man? So for a while Pete had like 4 different costumes. So there's Ricochet, I think like the Golden Hornet. I can't remember what the all 4 of them were, but he focused on using his certain aspects of his powers more exclusively
Interesting.
Just thinking
because
of
he is
how
kind of OP with the set he has as a whole, which was kind of
the,
interesting. So you got to see him use specific aspects of his power set in more creative ways rather than just throw the whole toolbox at everybody.
they made people like they made fun of Ben Riley and the Clone Saga stuff in the last animated Spider-Man there across the Spider-Verse because they had that SNL guy voicing him and being like, "Oh, I'm so dark and edgy," uh, but in the '90s Spider-Man cartoon, which I watched, they made fun of the Clone Saga already when it was brand new
Wow.
because the last couple episodes of the cartoon, they did a big crossover, and one of them's like, "Hi, I'm Ben Riley. Let me tell you my story." And they run through the events of the Clone Saga. And at the end of it, our Spider-Man is like, "Wow, this sounds like a bad plot from a comic book." So even back then, they knew.
Well, yeah, they knew it was originally not supposed to take as long as it did, but they kept on like the editorials and the writers. You know how that goes. They keep on changing
Yeah,
their
I
minds or not agreeing, so they kept
yeah,
on
I heard
kind
the
of
problem was
peddling
just that
in
it was
place,
actually
so to
popular, so they kept
speak.
it going well past what they meant to do.
Yep.
Maybe before we round out this segment of our Frenzy Freestyle Sunday, Mario says, "I'm wondering with Robert Kirkman doing the rest of Transformers Skybound, and that was something unlike that of Daniel Warren Johnson was doing for his run of killing characters people love."
Mario, I appreciate the love. You need to give that a read before you send it, because I'm not entirely sure what you're asking me. Ooh, a Pikmin terrarium.
Yep.
Always
Got
getting
2 of them.
distracted by the shiny things over in the box to the left of me.
Yes.
Uh, yeah,
So
that's the
here,
thing I wonder because Robert Kirkman's
wait,
already writing Void Rivals, and then now he's going to be writing Daniel Warren Johnson's thing. Is he going to burn out? Because Daniel Warren Johnson said he's quitting Transformers because he didn't want to burn himself out. He's like, I'm giving everything to these 24 issues, and then I'm leaving because
Got a pair of
Mhm.
scissors.
I don't want to burn out. But somehow Robert Kirkman's able to just keep going.
you were talking about the dramatic captures,
Yeah,
about that if you didn't already have them, these would be a great way to get them.
yeah.
I ordered the Thundercracker one
Hmm.
just because I have this infatuation with cameras. I have every set that has ever been printed that I know of
Hmm.
reflector appear on this, and that one has them in reflectors uh pieces, or I'm sorry, refractors colors, but with
Hmm.
reflectors pieces.
Yeah,
So it's one I
that's the
don't
good
have
thing.
in my
Yeah,
brain. That's one I don't have.
yeah.
So yeah, so I've ordered that one. God, I'm really thinking about getting this other one, this
Which
four
one?
pack,
Oh,
the four pack,
the
just
Insecticons. Well, yeah.
because
If you don't,
you can never have too many Insecticons, in my opinion. The
yeah,
Decepticons, because they had the ability to clone themselves, you can army build with them. So having more Insecticons is
never a bad
no big
thing.
thing. But I really like the colored extra pieces. Um, and yes, I am the type of person that would spend $130 to get it in those colors. Um, but I was looking at the other ones that are already out here, and I passed up on the 3-pack with the Cybertronian mode of Jazz, Wheeljack, and Bumblebee.
Yeah.
But then I noticed they put Optimus Prime's jetpack in there, or
Oh,
I'm sorry, Sideswipe's jetpack in there.
that actually, the normal Origin Bumblebee actually already comes with that. I just happen to have him here. Uh, it's meant to
Oh,
be.
I didn't remember he did or not.
Yeah, it's actually meant to be Bumblebee's jetpack from Dinobot Island. Uh, and the thinking is, if you have Netflix or Retro Bumblebee, who I have here, you can. take his backpack off, and give it to him so he can do the Dinobot Island thing.
Nice.
Yeah. It
But
just
yeah, it's
looks
a
like the
different.
same one that came with Centurion drone,
Yeah, no, I got that one
except it's
kicking
black.
around here too. It's a different tooling entirely.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I was just wondering if they're just throwing all of the Centurion drone extras in all of these dramatic captures.
I mean probably eventually.
No.
Yeah, they got a very nice box that I had hoped that it was going to be at TFCon, but it wasn't. Where it's Optimus Jazz and then the TelaTraan 1 computer console from the Arc that he changes into mainframe
Right.
from the Titan Arc, just available on its own, and they painted mainframe up to look more like his G1 model instead.
Yeah, he came with the Arc.
Hmm.
I
Mario,
disagreed with that one.
Mario says,
I don't think that Jazz should have been there. I think that should have been Prowl.
Yeah,
I
because a
think
lot
that
of
should have
people.
been how I think more people would have wanted the Prowl in that instead of the Jazz.
Absolutely, because that's that Prowl that has not gotten a normal release, and everybody just wants one.
wow.
Right.
Mario says, and now we're kind of saw it recently with issue 23 with Beachcomber getting shot by Starscream, sacrificing himself that he'd rather protect than fighting, sticking true to his character being pacifist.
Well, we'll see if he's alive when the dust settles on these final issues, because like many Transformers stories, these characters can all take a lot before they actually die. So, but yeah, he's been really interesting in Skybound, because I said many streams ago I liked how they told his story initially, how he got thrown out of the Ark, crashed on Earth's moon, watched the Earth rise for years, jumped on one of the Apollo flights back to Earth, and then just lived on an island. And then he found the Ark while everybody was in stasis and looked at them and said, "No, you know what? I'm not going to wake them up. I'm just going to leave. I'm going to let them sleep because they're just going to start the war again." And now, years later, he's being brought back in, and he's like, "I don't want to fight. I'll help rescue guys. I'll help you find guys, but it's not me."
Mhm.
Yeah, his story in this has been really good too. Have I mentioned yet that everybody should read these? These are very good comics. These are very good stories.
I know Magnus has
I got one quick question. Go ahead
Hmm.
and put that up on the screen. Who the heck is this?
Oh, a mystery person. Once I see him up there, I will tell you. Oh, okay.
He comes with
So
Ultra
missing.
Magnus.
Let me explain. So the original Diaclone powered convoy figure that Ultra Magnus comes from, he came with that with that vehicle, except it was red, and it was called the Powered Buggy. They left that out of G1 Ultra Magnus when they brought the figure over. So for this missing link version, they're putting it back in, painting it blue to match him. Uh, and the character is going to be called Deerstalker, as in a deerstalker hat like Sherlock Holmes wears, because he's supposed to be a detective to go along with Ultra Magnus. So that's who he is. He's a Diaclone guy that got left out of the Transformers release that they're putting back in.
Well, I was going to order this one until I saw that price tag.
yes.
Good God,
Oh,
they are proud of him.
yeah.
That's
Well,
American.
That is a price
oh,
tag.
yeah. All this is why I didn't really get into Missing Link. They're all really expensive. uh,
I don't feel so bad about the Gundam, the really expensive Gundam figure I was looking
yeah.
at
I mean, it's a great
yesterday, I
idea
think.
because they directly show you in the photo there. It's a 1-to-1 replica of G1 Ultra Magnus, except he's
Yeah.
posable.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
Oh,
he's not
I've
just a
heard,
brick.
yeah, and I've heard lots of good things about these guys. They just cost so much freaking money. My God, even they did Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, perfect replicas of their G1 guys, except they have joints, but they're like $60-ish, which
Mhm.
for guys that small.
Now, on that note, we're gonna jump over to TelaTraan 2 because
Oh, it's that time, eh?
it is that time. So
I haven't had water with me this whole time. I need to go get it. I'm dry in the tongue.
yes. All right. Well, everyone join us over in the TelaTraan 2 segment and like and subscribe. And thank you for joining us over here in the see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
We now return you to the children of Primus.